Welcome back, everybody. Kenny Smyson here. My show is dedicated to Bethesda games, currently Starfield, of course. Lately, I've been continuing the HAB Showroom series with the Stroud Premium Edition mod. So many HABs in that, I decided to break it up into videos just based on the size. So today we're going to be looking at the 2x1's. I've previously just did the regular 1x1's, and then like the companion crew member 1x1's. And the first one I did was the utility kind of HABs. You got your staircases and elevators. So those are already in the playlist. You want to check those out. But today we're going to be looking at the 2x1's. And so I'll show you some of the stats on them here before we get into the little walkthrough interior. Let's see. So we've got the all-in-one berth, the armory, the brig fore and after, captain's quarters, aft and fore. Now it's worth noting, and you'll see that in the walkthrough, is what that means is you can only enter it, for example, in the captain's quarters, you can only enter it on the door on the back, on the aft side, right? And in fact, there's 3 door points here on the captain's quarters, but you cannot have any doors on the front because the bathroom is here, and there's the way he has things set up in the HAB. It's not possible to have any doors or windows there, but all 3 doors on the back can be used for either a door or a window, right? So we've got, after the captain's quarters, you've got the cargo hall, which that increases your cargo by 4,000 and gives you shielded cargo of 2,000. And then let's see, we've got, so after that you got the Companionway 2x1, the Companionway 1x2. Love that HAB, as you can imagine. There's no HABs that do that, so that's been a very useful one. The computer core, which just like in the vanilla game, all the computer cores give you +1 to your crew stations. The control station, just like in vanilla, gives you 4 crew stations. The dormitory, which that gives you 14 passengers, so that way if you just want to go bananas and just have a whole bunch of passengers because you're delivering them around places, you can pull that off. Crew quarters gives you 6 passenger slots. The difference mainly you'll see when we walk through them is that the dorm has a ton of beds. I think it's over 20 beds. The crew quarters I think has around 6 to 8. Let's see the hangar, which that'll have a hangar for your vehicle. It's ideal to place these 2 levels up. You don't have to make it work, but it just makes more sense to have it on a second floor up, because the way the elevator would theoretically lower the Rev 8 down, it would have to be 2 stories up from the ground. Hydroponics. It has like some plants and stuff you can harvest inside. Infirmary. And and now these 2x2s, or the double deckers, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and do a separate video on all the double deckers in the Stroud Premium Edition mod. Because there's 2 of these here. Yep. And then there's also some double wides as well. I think those are, yeah, that was right there. Yep, another hangar. So yeah, be on the lookout for me going through those double deckers eventually. I will get through all of those. So, all right, let's go ahead and look at all these 2x1's. First up is the all-in-one berth, which is very similar to the Stroud Eklund one, just a little bit of a switching of placement of stuff. We've got the one bathroom in the back here and a bunk on the left. The galley kitchen setup is in the middle, which I prefer that because you've got plenty more space for beds at that point. You've got 6 total beds in here. There is a couch on the front end of it, and there's also a couch on the back end as we look over here with 2 monitors above it. So, I mean, if it wasn't too big of an issue, I always like having just more natural stuff tossed in there. So I would prefer using it with the aft setup here, but yeah, pretty sweet looking HAB. I wish it was a little darker though. I always like my living quarter environment to be just a little darker. Next up is the Armory, which is a bit of a blend of the Stroud Eklund with the Nova Galactic, because we have the spacesuit display cases, right? And we have this little kind of gated fence setup here. I don't think that's on the regular Stroud Eklund one. And there's pretty simple approach of just having a ton of loot boxes everywhere. And I do like the nice touch of having these are like the boss loot boxes that you'll sometimes come across at the end of a dungeon, right? There is a weapon rack on the end of both, so it doesn't really matter too much which way you would walk into it. Although if you kind of want that effective, you walk into your armory this way, and there's like kind of the high-end stuff on this section of it. You'd almost want to walk into it from the other direction, just like this here. Next up is the Brig, which there's an aft and a fore variant. And so this is the aft because the door is on the back of it on the aft section. So you always walk in regardless with this desk right in front of you. Okay. And then you have 2 cells. You've got one here that's just your 4 beds with the bathroom inside of it, which is cool. And you have this one here, which is a lot bigger. So it's much more effective for a basic 2x1 to have all these beds, right? So you got 4, 8, and that bathroom there, of course. Yep. 4, 8, and 4. So you got 12 total. And I like the idea of having 2 brigs because sometimes you might need to keep some guys separated, right? So well thought out with this one. And got the cameras in this one too, which I think there were cameras as well in the armory. And just a real quick, as you can see, literally just the exact same thing, just flipped. So this is the 4, so you're walking in from the front of it, walking back. Oh, Andrea's in the Brig. Hey, well, good luck with that. This is the captain's quarters, similar to the Brig, has a aft and fore, and this, of course, is the aft because we're entering in on the back of it. Right side here has a little lounge area with your bar. Now you can put a door or window here if you want to, kind of break it up, and then you can also put a door or window there. And the bathroom is over here. You cannot have any windows or doors over on this section of it. Not even right there in the middle of the bathroom. So not that you would want to necessarily, but overall pretty well thought out. The thought just occurred to me. I need to find out what is on this wall if you have the door coming from the side. So I'm going to have to add that. But as you can see, the exact same setup on the other side, except, well, in this case, it's a true mirror image because now bar is on the left with the coffee bar on the right. So everything is not just flipped, but it's also a mirror image. That's pretty cool. I don't think the Brig was like that. I think it was just looked exactly the same walking in. So real quick, here is the side entrance to the captain's quarters, where the door is on the, when you will come in on the end, you just have a desk set up. So that's actually pretty sweet. I've never even seen that before because on my Event Horizon 2 ship, the only ship I have this hab on so far, I've got the door coming straight into the back with a window where the bar is and then the coffee bar right there. So this is pretty sweet. I'm definitely glad I thought to check this. Next up is the cargo hall, and if you guys know me, you guys know I'm a space trucker because I'm a commercial driver in real life, so I absolutely love this hab. Just these twists and turns of shelves and walls with all kinds of different storage stuff, and just gets me all excited. So it's just also a great hab to have where you don't want a plain walkway through, but loaded with stuff. And as you can imagine, not real much difference when you come in from the other direction. It just puts the door on the other side. Nothing fancy to it. Next up, just pretty simple, straightforward. You've got your 2x1 Companionway. I like the plans to an extent, but at the same time, I almost kind of wish it was just a blank, empty hab. But I guess we've got the 2x1 empty ones in the vanilla game at this point, so no big deal. But easy if you just need something to slap down to have a basic walkway in between other areas of your ship. And this is where things get really exciting. You've got a 1x2 hab. Which, how many times has that happened where you're like, man, I just want to be able to connect these habs, but not have a couple 1x1s in between them? Or have some weird staggered thing with the 2x1s. So now you have a sideways 1x2 hab. So you can go from side to side on the ship without much of an issue. Next up is the computer core, which is very similar to the Deimos. You guys will notice the vanilla Deimos, right? Where you've got these glass walls in the middle. I'm trying to think of what distinctly is different about them. I think like one of the consoles over in this. Oh, wait a minute. It's got the. This might completely just be almost exactly the Deimos one. That is too funny if it is. Although I want to say I do remember. I thought I remember like a console on that wall, not just general storage. But okay, so on the back wall, we've just got another desk. Yeah, that doesn't quite look the same there. But definitely very similar to the Deimos one, which makes sense because that computer core is pretty sweet looking here. Next up is our control station, which I like how this one puts the consoles like just along the wall rather than facing each other. Like most of them will, yeah, I think in the regular Stroud line they all just face each other. In this case, they're all just along the wall. But I think they're in the middle, and there's like 4 of them with the chairs facing each other, smaller desks looking straight at each other. So, basic idea there. Yeah, and back here, just one big terminal in the back. And this is the crew dormitory, where if you just are wanting to have like a military ship, I guess you could say, you're just packing them in like sardines. There's, I think, 24 beds here. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. With a bathroom right there. 22, 24. Then that would mean 26, because I think you just have bunks on the back wall. Oh, 26, 28. Holy cow. So you've got 28 beds. 28 beds. 1 bathroom. So good luck with that. And this is the crew quarters. So less sardine style. I think it looks like it's just got beds on the back over there. So you got 2, 4, 6, 8 beds. Yep. This one's convenient because you do have your little kitchen area up front here and a bathroom in the back. So, you know, as far as bed capacity, it's going to put you in between the dorm and the all-in-one berth, while still kind of maintaining a measure of, comfort for the crew without packing them in like sardines like the dorm does. Next up, we have the hangar, which pretty cool little hab. It doesn't functionally do anything, but it's got a Rev 8 sitting inside of it. And so the bottom of the hab actually has like a textured effect where realistically you would have that on the bottom of your ship, but 2 levels high, right? So the idea is that it's an elevator that lowers the vehicle down. So you don't have to have it, set up high, 2 levels high if you don't want it to, but if you're trying to be accurate to how it should actually work, you should definitely have it up there. And of course, they have it set up where the vehicle is always facing forward. So I kind of prefer, I don't know. See, I usually use the 2x2, so it's a little bit bigger. But this one, yeah, I almost say I prefer coming in from the back side. Although I guess it makes sense just to have it right there where you walk in, hop in it, and drop with your stuff on the back. But next up is the hydroponics, which if you've got a green thumb, you like your plants, you're going to dig this hab. It does have a research lab in it. It sets you up pretty nice with some plants. You can harvest these guys. I don't quite recall what the spawn rate is on it, but it's pretty decent. Now the only downside of this hab is, so you have the one door that seals it off over here, which is a good thought process. All kinds of little plants. But, yeah, you've got your door there that shuts it off, seals it. But when you do come in from this other side, it, wait a minute. He must have updated it, because when I installed it one time, I couldn't, there was only one plant, and the door was on the other side. It was weird. So if that's the case, then he's set this up right, so that doesn't matter which door you go into. It makes sense. Okay, so this is what I was talking about on the hydroponics thing. I had to double check my actual ship. Maybe it's because I have the door coming in on the side, but I only have 1 planter in this one, and it's just empty on the other side of this bulkhead. So I guess maybe putting the windows or doors in it does kind of throw things off, or maybe there was an update and this ship, because it was built before the update, doesn't have any or has that problem. So just worth noting. And last but not least is the Infirmary, which I'm trying to remember. I think the beds are side by side in the regular Stroud Eklund one, but they're set up across each other, which is like the Nova Galactic, which I prefer that style. Makes more sense. Not a lot going on this end. Let's see what happens. Okay, so it's just basically a blank wall on that. Oh, well, you do have your lockers, so that's useful. Oh, and this thing, okay. So it's pretty well decked out, regardless of which way you come into it. But yeah, your standard pharmaceutical lab and research station. Well, I do hope you guys found that video useful. And yes, my next video is going to be all of the double-deckers, which will be the 2x1's as well as the 2x2's. And I think there's 5 of them. Other than that, folks, take care, and I will see you in the Starfield.